Okay, we are rolling. So, yeah, this is a few weeks late. I don't have enough time to see like one movie a day if I'm able to do it, guys. I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, I better go call my folks and tell them I love them. Yeah, I just got out of Instant Family, and yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah, it's it's Mark Wahlberg and Rose Byrne. They decided at some point that they want to start a family, and so they go through the process of becoming eligible for foster care, and so they do, and they decide to adopt this one teenager. But little do they know that this teenager who actually, before I continue, I gotta say the kid actors they got in this movie are pretty good. This teenager comes with a little brother and a little sister, and they're put in the foster care system because their mother used I never say what kind of drugs or substance she's using, but the point is, because she's a substance abuser, they're in the system. And it's just when Mark Wahlberg and Rose Byrne's characters are getting along with the kids, that's when the kids start seeing their actual mother, and then it's sort of a back and forth between whether or not do they want to stay with Mark Wahlberg or Rose Byrne, or do they not want to. It's actually really emotional, and movies like this really give you perspective on just how real stuff like this can be. It is. And maybe, I'll never know this sort of thing because I was raised in a nuclear family, with a loving mother and a father and a brother. I should probably call my brother and tell him I love him too. But yeah, it was honestly, it really is a good movie. It really is, and there's a few laughs, and some of the stuff you see in the trailer, is exactly what you see in the trailer, to a different perspective. Oh, yeah, I forgot to tell you guys, I'm in the parking garage, so. Once again, ambient lighting. I actually got really lucky when I got this parking spot, by the way, because literally there was a truck leaving, which I swear was seriously inches away from hitting that one column that's right behind me. I mean, my car is a relatively small car, so I'm not gonna have any problem. And plus, there's no one parked next to me at all, so I could just get out like that. But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. This is a good movie. Definitely had my share of laughs, and it does tug at the heartstrings a little bit. Not to the point where I was crying or anything, but it really does give you perspective on how real some of the stuff can be. Because lots of children go through foster care all the time. Some children go through stuff like adoption and all that stuff. And and honestly, I think that's why ultimately, I know I sort of use this excuse a lot, but this is the sort of thing why I'm glad I went to Trinity Pawling. Hear me out. I once said that, when I was at Trinity Pawling, there isn't, race or color or religion or any of that. There was just, brother. And ultimately, that's what I really do like about this movie, is that, you don't need to be blood related to be family. You don't. Family is when you're surrounded by, people who legitimately love and care for you, and, for lack of a better analogy, are there through thick and thin. And that's honestly exactly what this movie provides. And the best part is they don't really necessarily sugarcoat some of the stuff either. Whether it is, like in the movie, new parents starting out with foster kids, or, back when I was a training polling, being away from my family, surrounded by entirely different people in an incredibly new environment at the time for me. You're going to find something about it that you're going to love and you're going to enjoy for the rest of your life. And that's ultimately, what I sort of, took from this movie. So, yeah. I suppose I should say something pretty corny that should give you perspective as to how good this movie was. Wow, I can't believe I'm actually thinking about something like this. Yeah, I guess Instant Family is an instantly good hit. I don't know. That is some obligatory dumb joke in these videos, I suppose. But, yeah, this is a pretty solid movie. I recommend it. I mean, it's still in theaters for a while, and I was actually really surprised how crowded this theater was. Really, I think this movie's been out for a couple weeks, and, at least the row I was sitting in was, nearly packed, on both sides of me. So, that's really cool, that a movie like this is actually, getting recognized, and, it's the kind of movie that also does one of those things where, because this really is based on a true story, so they show a picture of, the real family, and it shows, pictures of, families with children with foster care, as well as, if you want to learn more about, foster care and how these families are doing, go to www.instantfamily.org, I think it is. I just got out of the movie, too, I should know this. But, yeah. All in all, this is... Actually, you know what? It's kind of cool that this movie sort of came out this time of year because, it's the holiday season. It's actually funny enough, they celebrate both Thanksgiving and Christmas in this movie. So, yeah. This really is the sort of movie that come out... This is the perfect time of year to watch a movie like this. So, marketing! Okay. Let's see. Don't really have much else to say other than, I recommend you watch it and, let me know how you feel about the movie, I guess. So, on that note, trailers! Okay, so, let's see. I got a different trailer for Bumblebee this time, which I'll give it this. It definitely looks a lot better than any of the Michael Bay Transformers movies. So it's got that going for it at least. I got a different trailer for Wonder Park. That animated movie I told you about that's being produced by Nickelodeon Studios, I believe. That looks pretty solid. I mean, I don't know if I'll go watch it, but, it looks good. Isn't it romantic? Okay. This is that, I actually kind of like the premise of this movie, and I do kind of want to see it, but I'm going to sort of wait a little bit before I decide when it does come out. It's the, Isn't It Romantic is that Rebel Wilson movie where basically, she's told, the stuff in, romantic comedies never works out, or it's not real. And then she hits her head, and then she wakes up, and, now everything around me is romantic comedy. Although I do like the touch they have where she tries to drop, an F-bomb, and, when she does, she instantly hears, a truck backing up, beep, 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 or whatever. So basically, not only is she in a romantic comedy, but it's PG-13. I'd explain more how that universe apparently works, but that would involve stuff I don't normally talk about in these videos, and I'm not going to do that. How to Train Your Dragon 3, it's... Technically, I actually got a different trailer for this one, too. It looks good. I'm looking forward to it. And I mentioned this a while back, but I see what DreamWorks is doing, Their last animated trilogy, the Kung Fu Panda trilogy, had their third movie in February, and that's what How to Train Your Dragon 3 is doing, so, stick with what works, I suppose. And finally, I saw the trailer for Dumbo again, which, it's Dumbo. It's one of my all-time favorite Disney movies. You know, when I was a kid, you know, I liked the cool stuff, you know, this, you know, with the, it's an animated Disney movie, you know, it tugged at my heartstrings a little bit, you know. That's actually a really good thing about the original Dumbo movie is, like, the first 3 Disney movies ever made were Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, Pinocchio, and Fantasia, and then Dumbo came. And Dumbo actually was more like a legitimate child's film. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's some adult jokes in there too. In fact, I can tell you for a fact that as an adult, I always look forward to the pink elephants on parade scene. That is awesome. I love that song, by the way. Funny enough, Thurl Ravenscroft, the guy who does You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch, and the original voice of Tony the Tiger, he was actually one of the singers in the song Pink Elephants on Parade in the original Dumbo movie. Yeah. What can I say? I mean, I said this before, I'm a voiceover junkie, so I make it my business to know that kind of stuff. So, yeah, that's about all I got. Didn't really get many trailers. Usually I have at least almost twice this much. This only got, like, 5 trailers, which, you know, it's fine. You know, I guess in this case, less is more. All in all, this is a pretty good evening, and I recommend it. So, okay, literally someone's parking, like, right in front of me. So, hey, I actually sort of lighting until they turned off their car. Or, they finished parking their car, now they're getting out of their car. Anyway, yeah, right. So, like, favorite, share, and hit that subscribe button. I could use the support on YouTube. Follow me in the social media platforms, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. And as always, I am very humbled I made this video for all of you guys to watch and enjoy for today. I'm hopeful that we all had a wonderful Friday. And as always, if any of you guys ever want to talk or chat, I'm always going to be here to lend an ear. And I'll always have your back. Take care, and good night, everybody.